Alright, I guess we're recording here. I'm going to try to take the attempt to install a Harbor Freight Predator engine into a Dingo, 320 Dingo. Now the problem I have, the Predator engine seems to work with everything except the shaft size. It's too long. So I'm going to cut the shaft size. So I'm actually going to cut the shaft off the engine so the pump will fit. Stay tuned for more of these great scenes. We're back making our video. We're going to be cutting the shaft off. We got to lose 1.5 inches off the shaft. So roughly when the pump slides over this, it can bolt to these holes here. It seems like the bolt patterns are there, but the shaft's too long. We don't need all this shaft. It only has to drive a pump. Let's see how we make it out. Okay, we've now cut the shaft. Show you how much of the shaft we lost. We lost that much of the shaft. We did it with a cutoff wheel. It seemed to cut it pretty clean. Now I want you to see what we ended up with. The holes do line up, but we end up with a space. What we're going to do is we're going to add roughly 1 or 2 washers. And I think that will give us what we need. Sorry about all the movement. This is a 2-stage pump. The shaft size is right. And looks pretty good so far. Found an issue that I didn't think I'd run into. The plates that where the engine bolts to, the holes don't match. So I got to do a little drilling. I don't think that'll be an issue. Let me show you right now. The pump seemed to fit pretty good. I added 2 washers. It's separated. I added the bolts inside here to secure it to the shaft. Seems like everything's secured and tight, ready to go. I noticed it sits on a little bit of a canter, but I don't think that'll affect it at all. It's like a machine running on its side there, but everything seems to be going good so far. Sorry about the motion. What I did was I found out this bracket wouldn't fit, so what I did was I slotted the holes so I could slide it, a little bit left, a little bit right if I needed to. Right now I have it centered. So I did a little calculations from the old engine, and pretty much I'm in the same spots, I believe. So we'll see if it fits. Any adjustments I can make. Alright, we've managed to get to the point where we got the pump on, we got the bracket on the bottom. Now we're coming to the last part I believe I need to do. I need to put the inlet right here, so I'm going to weld an inlet right here for, I should say, exhaust outlet, so the thing could have the tailpipe come out in the front. And if you notice, it comes out the side right now. We're going to eliminate that one. Cut it off and block it. I'm going to have it come out here. Of course, the baffle flows a little indirectly, but it'll work. Ooh. So, yes, we plopped it on my little forklift set. And I'm mounting this on the Dingo pretty soon. And just to give you a quick heads up, I got an old wheel horse tractor with a front end loader attachment. I made a Dingo adapter for it, so it takes a Dingo attachments. But get back to what we've been working on. The muffler system. I plugged this side here. I put a little grill paint on it, and I welded the new outlet so I can put the pipe on it. I'm going to make a curve on it, so that will be the new part. I just got to put the ground on it, going to put the ground up in here. So, and power lead, I got to strip off of here. And in a few minutes, I think I'm going to be putting this thing right in. The throttle cable will go here. I got to switch one of these things over to here for the choke cable. And other than the wiring, I think it's going to run. Back in a few minutes. Well, look at that. I slid it in there, and of course I had to do a little bit of jockeying, but you'd be amazed. This is the situation. Pipe comes out, just clears that right there. Pipe comes out, it's just touching that right there. So I believe I can move that pipe just a 1/4 of an inch more, and that will give me the clearance I think I need. Bolted right down, and we got a little extra light situation here. Give you an idea. The pumps hoses line pretty much right up. I got to hook those up, put the 2 lines on, throw the battery in, and then come out this way, hook the throttles up, wire the key switch, and I think it should run. Gas line routed its way around. I got to put a hose clamp on there. This is scary. It's gonna work. Okay, now the fun part of wiring this thing. So purple is power when keys on, white's your ground for your coil, green I'm not sure yet, red's your power input, of course the solenoid off the starter too. Alright, we're working on it. A little dark, but I guess you can hear it running. Spent a little time on finally tuning up everything. The wires turned out to be the white was the kill switch, goes to ground, and the power source out of the rectifier charges the battery, and it is now a running machine. I was kind of concerned with the oil cooler here, but I took it off and seen the clearance, and there is some clearance. So I'm going to leave it for right now. Have to keep an eye on it. I haven't finished putting the muffler on it. Or I should say tailpipe. Tailpipe should be going on it soon. And I think that'll be my last thing. Give it a little bath. No oil leaks to speak of. The only issue I have, the controllers, you see, when you hook it up, are backwards. So we'll have to change those. That's your choke, which is leaving expect. So those are the concerns. The other one was the dipstick is kind of tough to make sure you get in the hole, but now with a little time you can learn how to muster that. You have to look on this side to see how it lines up. We've headed out running for about 10-15 minutes now. I got a bucket that goes on my wheel horse, so it's a pretty powerful machine. yeah. I don't know if I filmed this part right here. We put the tailpipe on so it jettisons out the side there, so I wanted to show that. Okay,